I don't know how to solve that. But I have a video idea right now that I think I should do now that I finished all of these. I have every single skin in the game. And I think I have a right to judge each of these skins on how good they are and how much you should go after them. Okay, they're back over there. Goosewood, possibly the most annoying skin crate. So first off, we're gonna start from the bottom and we're gonna go up. First off is the polar skin. I don't actually know which things these things go to. Let me actually look up let me look it up so I know what skins they go to. Is it not on the fandom? No, it is. Here it is. Okay. Okay, so the first one is polar. That goes to the magnet rod right here. Now this video is going to be long because I'm actually going to go through each skin. So this is the normal. Oh, that hurt. Let me turn let me turn my volume down real quick. Dang, hold on, let me flex too. Oh man, I have a large number, 100K, which is crazy. 100K. Oh my God, I hate when it freezes. Yeah, man. But yeah, this is the normal rod. I mean, it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. It looks nice. It looks like a magnet rod. And then, of course, the polar skin. I'm not going to equip all of them. It kind of just changes the color of the rod from a silver to a bronze. And I mean, it's actually a decent skin. I think this actually gets added, the coils. It looks like a pretty decent rod. And honestly, I'd say if you're using magnet rod a lot, the skin is actually pretty good. Any skin you should definitely use over the normal. But like this rod's actually pretty cool. I'm gonna rank each of these. I'd say this is like a solid like 6 out of 10. Like it makes the rod look better and it looks cooler, but it kind of doesn't do much. It has these same squiggles on it. It just adds a few design. So it's not like crazy cool. Next up is the resource rod. I don't know where that is. Also, I'm playing with my niece. That's why I got to chat. But the next rod, if I can find it, resourceful rod. The normal one just looks like bamboo. Like I said, I'm not doing that for every single skin. But this is the resourceful rod. Honestly, it's again, it's a pretty decent rod. It actually looks neat. It's got these cool little things, fish on it. I think that's what those are. It also looks like it got some like, what is this? Is that like the line? Oh, it is the line. But again, I mean, I'm gonna give it a solid 6 out of 10. 'Cause, I mean, it's a cool looking rod, right? But it doesn't do much for it. It just makes the rod look slightly different. Especially since like, okay, I'm just gonna do this anyway. Yeah, like it just looks significantly better than, oops, this one, which it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. It's got leaves on it, and it's just a bamboo rod, but that one just looks more like wood. So yeah, another 6 out of 10. It's a good design, but yeah. Next off is the precision rod. Okay, the precision rod. Where the frick is the precision rod? I wish there was a search for this, because looking through all these skins is kind of painful. Precision. Now, the original precision rod actually looks basic. It's just a blue rod. Nothing too crazy. It's got a little glow on it. She's got it. But the precision rod's archer mark is again, it's similar, except for it has the more design. I'd actually give this one a 7 out of 10. Although it acts similar to who is that down there? I don't know. Although it acts like the other ones, it's just a reskin with a few different adjustments on it. This one actually makes sense because it's like the rods cost precision, and you need precision when you're an archer. So the skin makes sense, and honestly, it looks cool. So archer's mark definitely a 7. I'd give some, but not all of them. Like, that's crazy. Wisdom rod. Wisdom rod is by far my most hated character. Ugh, sorry. Wisdom rod is my most hated skin because like it's in like two different cases, and that just makes me so mad. So this is the normal wisdom rod. Everybody knows it. People use it as a glitch. It's got a cool rain. Oh, it has a rainbow effect. I didn't even know it did that. And then it has these like fires and sparkles, gold on it. Pretty cool. And then sage staff. It just looks cooler. It has this now like this more glow on it. It has the same effects, but it's actually purple. And I like the all the design on it. It's actually a better rod. It's definitely a good skin. It's a solid 8. Like it's not like a crazy amount, but it works perfectly. And also this rainbow looks like it changed colors because there's the rainbow back there. Definitely a better skin. I just hate that it's in two different cases. It's one of the it's annoying. It's an annoying skin with a cool design. Oh, my bad. Yeah, it's definitely up there. Annoying but fancy. Now this is okay. The next skin is the Celestial. I don't actually. There's actually two different skins for this rod. So okay, this is the normal. This is the normal Aurora, right? It looks decent. These things actually move. That's interesting. Sparkles. It's got the gem. It's a cool looking rod, right? It actually has two different skins. The first skin being the Celestial Aurora. So these also move. It just changes the color of it. Yeah, she also has that skin. So it's a pretty decent skin. It's just a reskin. I'd say it's a 5. Mainly because like I'm not a big fan of it. What the frick? What is she throwing out? What is that? Oh, that's the magma, right? Dude, it's burning up. Ooh, clever on that is good. But yeah, it's a pretty decent skin. We're gonna get to the other one. We're gonna get to the Nebula when it actually comes up. The next skin is the mythical rod. A rod that I used to always use. So of course we have I just went out of that. I don't want to go off that. The normal mythical. Everybody knows the normal mythical, right? sorry. Everybody knows the mythical. It has these rainbow parts on it and these purple lines on it. Basic rod, basic. Also, that changes. That's pretty neat. The heavens rod down there. Everybody knows the mythic, right? Well, here's the Emberlight. I like this rod skin. It keeps the rainbow and it just gives it more design. And I'd honestly say another like 7 out of 10. It doesn't change significantly, but I do like that they added more design to the rod itself. That's pretty cool. This is actually killing me though. Why is it two different things? It would have made sense if this rainbow was in the middle and then there's two of these on each side, but I'm not the one designing the rods, all right? But yeah, a solid 7. It's a cool looking rod, and you'll definitely notice it. Okay. And then we got the last skin, I believe. Yes. The first legendary of the three, which is people are actually talking about the rod I'm going to show. Where the frick is the rod? Oh, here it is. Yeah. It's the King's Rod. We all know the King's Rod. Oh, hello. So yeah, this is the King's Rod. I don't know why a lot of people say here. Everybody knows the normal King's Rod. Like everybody buys this to catch Megalodon. So it's got the blue crystals, the blue part. It's got the little blue bubbles on it. Everybody knows this rod. Why do so many people want to be over by me right now? I'm just looking at all the skins. And then after the King's Rod, we have the Crowned Glory, the first legendary, right? Everybody knows Crowned Glory. And this is one of the only skins I'm gonna say is terrible. This is one of the worst skins ever, in my opinion. And I would say a solid no, 3 out of 10. It doesn't keep its bubbles, which was like one of the things that made King's Rod look unique. And it's literally just a gold rod, a golden King's Rod without the effects. Like this rod is significantly worse than the King's Rod itself. If you ever do get the skin, just stick with the King's Rod's normal look. It's way better. I hate dissing on it that much, but it okay. Um, I'm looking at the thing actually, and there's actually two rods down, and I'm not gonna show it again. Precision is also in the case, so that might be why I got so many of those again. Wisdom, and okay, this is right here, perfect. The next skin we have is the Sunken Rod. Now the Sunken Rod, okay, well, ignore the red effects. What the frick? That was dressed up as a girl. What? Okay, anyway, this is the Sunken Rod, right? One of the cooler rods, in my opinion. I dissed on this rod a lot because I just didn't think it was cool, but or I didn't think it was good enough, but it's actually pretty decent. It's got the casual little particles. Ignore the red ones though, like I said. Those are just the effect. So yeah, it's a pretty cool looking skin, decent. I like it. And then we have the Abyssal Trencher. Again, this is one of those skins. This one, okay, it's cool, right? It looks cool. It just loses those cool effects, which just makes the skin look worse, in my opinion. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10 though, because I actually like the concept for it. It's called the Abyssal Trench, and it represents an actual boat, right? It has the steering wheel, it has the anchor, it has barnacles that grow on the bottom. It looks like an actual boat. So I'll give it the benefit of the doubt and give it a 5. Okay. And now we do get to actually finish one of these double skinned rods. That being the Aurora rod. We already saw what the normal one looked like. This is the Nebula, right? The Nebula significantly better than both of the rods and the rod other skin. This the only issue with the rod is that the line's weird. It stops right here when it should be up here. But other than that, this skin is perfect. And I'm actually gonna go on ahead and what the frig is that? Oh, Nocturnal. This rod is actually another 8 out of 10. I really like the rod skin. It works. Actually, I'll go up to an 8. This is definitely an 8 out of 10. Like you can even like look and you can see little like stars in here and everything. It's super cool. And it really just fits the name of Nebula. Okay. The next skin we have, I feel like, is one of those skins where it just feels like they should fix it in the future or change it so it's better than its original. And that is the Destiny Rod. Now, this is the base Destiny Rod. Everybody knows it because it's one of the only few rods with actual animations, being the wings. And this rod is just cool. Like everybody loves. I like this rod. I don't know if everyone loves it. I love it. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not the best rod, but it's a cool skin. So the Fallen Angel is even better. One of my favorite rods. Again, it just turns everything red. My only issue with the rod, and you can easily tell it exactly, is that the wings don't move. It like it's cool. Like look, it has a star. It has these cool looking wings. This sick looking effect, and the wings don't move. It really just nerfs down it. So I'm gonna give it two different ratings. The first rating, 9 out of 10. I love the skin, but I'm gonna push it down to a 7 out of 10 simply because the wings don't move. Other than that, the skin is perfect and it matches my character a lot. But it's really sad to see the skin not cooking. But hey, the skin is still pretty cool. We're also gonna finish off the second cool skin, or the second double skins in this in the cases. That is the King's Rod and its Ocean Monarch skin. Now, we already saw King's Rod. We know that it just has bubbles, but this is by far the second best skin. I'm going to give it another 9, simply because it gets its bubbles back, right? But it also has these flames and like these slashes of fire, I would say. It has like these fire popping off. And all around, it just looks like a cool skin. It even has like this vine that's pretty cool looking. It actually looks like a mermaid tail or something, or fish tail going around the rod and over here into the little steer. Okay, huge take. I feel like Heaven's Rod is the best rod in the game, just because it has such a good amount. Because it has a good mutation, and what else does it have? Not a lot of coverage. It has good stats, of course, except for lure speed, but Just put hasty on it, and I would say it's one of the best rods in the game. Second, I'd say is the no life, and then third, I'd say is the what is that? Translucent. But yeah, this King's Rod 9 out of 10. Let's get to the actual second legendary, and this shows that we're getting up there. That second legendary is, if I can find it, I don't know where it is. Trident Rod. Everybody knows base Trident Rod. It has that line going through it. It has the little sparkles at the top. Base Trident, This was one of the best rods in the game at one point, but it easily gets outmatched by every other rod now. Well, I have the Stormbreaker. Now, I'm gonna give it two different ratings again because of an issue, but now it gets a white right here and it gets these cool little star effects up here, as well as the shine. The rod would be a 9 out of 10, but unfortunately, I'm gonna give it again a 7 out of 10. It's a cool rod, you can definitely tell, but my bad. Oh, what the frick? Why y'all both look at me when I did that? Dogs are weird. The issue is the lightning. I feel like those should be an actual effect as well, especially since it's on a legendary skin, but they just look like PNGs just sitting on the rod. It's kind of disappointing. So sorry, I do wish that the rod itself skin would actually do something with this because it's really sad. So it's gonna be a 7 out of 10, but 9 out of 10 if they moved. But now that we're done in okay, now we're done in that. Only issue is this thing does not show the Ancient Isles skin crate, which kind of sucks. I don't know why they don't show that. Oh my god, I dropped my phone. So I'm gonna have to look in here. Tempest. I know what Tempest is for. Tempest is for the Riptide. Who the frick teleported? I don't know. So this is the Riptide rod. It's I'm just now noticing it has like a slight like curve. Yeah, I don't know who did that. I just randomly heard it. So yeah, this is the base Riptide. It just has a little thing going across it. Nothing crazy. So the skin, sorry, I removed it, actually makes the rod significantly better. And now, and this is right here. This is actually a good point to point out. This lightning should be on the Trident rod. They show they can make the lightning on the Trident rod. Other than that, though, the skin actually a pretty cool skin. I like this skin. I'd give it a 8 out of 10. I don't like that they still left in these pieces of lightning. It's cool. Also, you can see like it's like water rushing up. I'd give it a 9 actually. I'll go back. I'll go to my real rating of a 9 because it's an actual cool rod. I like this rod. It's definitely one of those cool rods. She's she's playing in the water. The next skin we have is Voyager rod. Now the Voyager rod is I'll get to a different skin top or different rod that I feel like should be similar to this, but this is the base Voyager. It's got its little effects going up and it has this glow on it. It's a pretty cool looking rod. It's definitely cool when it sits on the side of your leg, but it's a pretty cool rod. Everybody knows Voyager. Come on. And then of course we have the Driftwood Voyager. This skin definitely just improves the rod's design. It gets these swordfish on it, which in general just makes it look even cooler. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. It doesn't do a lot, but it does enough, you know? I kind of wish that we had another. Well, we actually have three. I didn't even notice these ones. It's just kind of just like a reskin with small changes again. So 7 out of 10. The next skin is the Relic skin. I don't even think this is for the Relic rod. It is not. Shoot. Let me remember which rod it is. I kind of just don't remember. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there with that for a bit. Okay. I figured it out. Okay. The Lost Rod looks like this. Okay, relax, relax, yo, relax, relax. Of course, it has the leaves on it. We're gonna have to put up with this. I'm not telling her to take it away. It has leaves on it. It looks like a tree. It looks like it was lost. A bunch of trees grew around it. It's got this nice. It's got this orb that I. Oh my god! It's got a nice looking orb, nice glow, nice coloring on it. We're inside of the thing now, but I don't care. Leaves, it's just like a tree. The Lost Rod, the Lost Relic, definitely improves the rod. I actually really like it. Instead of it being a tree and being lost underwater or being lost in a forest, this one was lost underwater. And it has proof of that. What the frick is happening, mate? It's got coral, it's got what are these called? Seaweed? Got the same orb, but now it's two. Coral, this is a solid 8 out of 10. Again, it doesn't do a lot. I feel like if it had bubbles, it would be better, but it's actually a really good looking rod, and it makes sense. The lost rod being lost in the sea compared to the other area, I definitely understand it. So definitely a 8 out of 10 for this rod. The next rod, we're now getting into the more. Oh no, we're not. Lunar Halo. What rod is that? Oh my god, I don't know that rod. Lunar Halo. Lunar Halo. Lunar Halo. What does it look like? Wait, it might actually be the one that I just looked at. Yes, I was right. All right. So this is the yes, that yes. Yes. This is the celestial rod, and it looks pretty decent. It looks like a celestial. It doesn't have any crazy effects, and it's a decent rod. It's a decent rod. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not judging it based on how I like it. I'm judging it based on I actually like I feel like the design does work. I think that made sense. I don't know if it did. Yeah, this is the base of the wait, what? Oh. I keep forgetting that there's a piece of the handle behind my arms. Yeah, it's a pretty decent rod. So the skin, taking its sun design, turning it into a moon. Again, this is a solid 8 out of 10. I do like that it changed from the sun to the moon, and it just looks pretty neat. It's got now white and blue with this and gray. It's got like the moonish colors theme. and it keeps base design. I'm giving it an 8. I do like the skin's design, or I do like this skin design. I don't like the normal rod's design, but this one's it's decent. It's good. I like it. Oh, there's even moons right here. I'm trying to figure out what that was, but they're just moons. That's pretty cool. The next skin, I actually should remember these three. The next skin is the Abyssal Rod, Rod of the Depths. Everybody knows the traditional Rod of the Depths. It's the red rod with this fire right here, and then it has these rings going up to the top with its little blinking star. Pretty decent. I actually really like the normal version of this rod. She is removing her bobber from existence. And this is the what is this skin called? Abyssal tr Abyss Abyssal Trench Keeper. I can't pronounce that name. And honestly, this changes the rod a lot, and I like it. Like I like the other one better, but this is still a pretty cool skin. Now it has these weird effects going around, looking like they're going in different directions. It still has that shooting look effect. It removes the star and replaces it with a rainbow. It's also got its little blinking stars are also right here. It's a pretty cool skin. It even looks like there's like water coming off of that. It's a cool skin. I'm gonna give it a. Should I give it a crazy high rating or should I just keep it base? 8 out of 10. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. The skin's pretty cool. The next one is for the Rod of the Eternal King. So this is the base Rod of the Eternal King. People seen it a few times. It's got its these cool looking like it's a very cool skin, a rod itself. Like it's got these all these effects. It's got these symbols. Yep, Rod of the Eternal King. And it's just a cool effect, right? It has shooting, it has the little thing wrapping around it, it has the crown, got little effects. It even has this effect on the string and then the puddle with effects. One of the most effect looking skins ever. So it's definitely a cool skin. And I'm kind of glad we got this, but it also kind of messes up it a bit. So instead it changes it to a nice purple. Everything just turns purple, which is one of my favorite colors. I like red, black, purple. Those are like my three main colors. My only issue, it gets the black crown, it gets all that. My only issue, the only issue is this. I feel like this should turn purple with the little puddle being purple, as it would make more sense. But other than that, if the puddle in that was purple, I would solidly give this a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I don't like that part, but the rod is still cool when it's purple. So it is gonna be a 9 still, but it could be a 10. It could be. And now the last skin. The last legendary out of the three cases that I'm gonna rate. I'm not rating the ice ones or the Christmas ones because I'm not buying those. And that skin goes to the Rod of the Forgotten Fang. So this is the base Rod of the Eternal Fang. It's similar to the other one. Ignore the red. The red is the Abyssal. It's got the lightning. Proof that they could put lightning on the trident. They got the effects. They got this cool looking like lines going to the end. Yeah, rod of the yeah, it's one of the good rods. It's also got these cool like eye design. Like look at that. That looks crazy. This is one of those rods that I just like of a design wise. It even has the star. And then here is the last legendary, the Cursed Fang. This is the one I've always wanted, and I finally got, and I love. It's kind of broken though. You can tell by the eye not being properly placed, but it's still a really cool looking rod. This one I actually got randomly as a skin. I like this. I mean, I like the skin. But yeah, it's got these cool effects. I really like, as I mentioned, as I said right here, which I should have said as I typed it. I like the skin because it's one of my favorite. It's two of my favorite colors. But the normal one is just as good. Like it's just as good. Also, you can easily tell this is also a broken skin because there's not a. This is supposed to connect to the tip, and it's not. It's underneath it, which I just realized. Hold on, I'm gonna let her see that too. But I actually really do like this skin. It's one of those. It's definitely one of the skins that I think should work. What the frick happened here? I don't think you should try. If you want to go for a cool skin, Rod of the Forgotten Fang is one of the cool ones. But I feel like you should go for skins that you already have the rod for. Like I don't think you should go for the Rod of the Forgotten Fang if you don't have the freaking rod for it, because it's just a waste of money. I'm gonna give this one a 9 out of 10. I would put it as 10 out of 10, which I'm thinking I should, but I'm gonna leave it as a 9 out of 10 simply because like it looks cool. It just doesn't change a lot. This is one of the hardest skins to get, as you really need to open tons of cases, which this case adds up easily to millions in like less than 10 cases. I also have these three, which I'm gonna hold on to, but yeah, those are all the skins. I'll even, I'll go on ahead and do a little rating right now of these. Frost Piercer. I don't know what rod that's for. It looks like Trident. I'm not doing these actually because these things look hideous. I want this one, but I only have 15 hours and it's 800 Robux. There's no way I'm buying that. I don't think they should have did this, but that's not what the video's for. That's not what the video's for. That's all the skins rated. But yeah, that's all. Jesus, I'm like not together. I need to work on talking because I just be spacing out and trying to say stuff, and I don't even know what I'm trying to say. That's all, basically. I just wanted to do a small rating of this, of all these magnificent looking skins. So yeah, I'm gonna close out of everything now. Is this important? Wait, hold on. This thing just cut a minute off. Okay, I just figured out while still recording, which is why I didn't say anything. I just figured out what is happening. Okay. It cut off the beginning of my video, so it just sounds weird. I'm not fixing it. I'm not fixing it. This took way too long to do. So yeah, goodbye. Forever. I lied. Not forever. For now.